Hi, it's Leslie Fightmaster, and welcome to class today. And while you're here, don't forget to push our subscribe button, join our community. So we're going to start sitting nice and tall with the shins crossed. Feel free to sit up on the edge of a blanket or a pillow to lengthen the spine, and then just close your eyes. Begin to take some deeper breaths in and out through your nose. See if you can find any more length through your spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. Allow your shoulder blades to relax and your chest to widen. Bring the palms together at your heart and take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Any intention is welcome. It's just a way for you to connect in to your practice and make it special and personal. Holding that intention with you during our practice, let's come onto our backs and take the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop apart. We're going to work on some hip opening postures today. So as you're here, just take a few breaths and allow the outer hips to start to open as well as the inner thighs. If this is a little too intense for you, I would encourage you to grab 2 blocks, or you can roll up a couple of blankets or towels, put them on the outsides of your thighs. That way you'll just be a little more comfortable. Continue your breath practice, so your inhales and exhales are equal in length. And just for a couple of rounds, quietly to yourself, inhale for the count of 4. And exhale for the count of 4. And now we'll draw the knees in, keeping the legs in the same position. Hold on to the feet, so you're still in Baddha Konasana legs. You could also hold on to the ankles or legs if holding the feet doesn't quite work. Continue to press the soles of your feet together. Take a couple of breaths here as you allow the jaw to relax and the shoulder blades to release. And now keep your right leg hugging in, extending the left leg out. So the right leg is, the hip is externally rotated. So it's like thread the needle. So you could do thread the needle instead, or keep that right leg in the same position as thread the needle and extend the left leg out. It's kind of intense, so you can cradle the right leg. You could also take your hands underneath the right calf and bend the elbows, drawing the leg in that way. But do try, whichever you're choosing, to draw the right outer hip toward the front of your mat, toward your left foot. And take a couple of breaths here. And again, if it's too intense, stay with thread the needle. And now we'll take the soles of feet together again, keeping the left leg in that same position. Extend the right leg out. And again, option for taking the elbows under the calves, option for thread the needle, holding the right leg at the shin or the back of the thigh, or you can cradle the left leg, extending the right leg straight out. You could also keep the right knee bent as you cradle the left leg. And whatever you choose, try and draw that left hip forward and continue steady breathing, always bringing our attention back to the breath. And whenever possible, we practice Ujjayi pranayama. Just a little constriction in the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through the nose. If you are congested, you're always welcome to breathe through the mouth instead. And then we'll release that. Bending both knees, roll off to your right side. And with your left hand, slowly press yourself up onto your hands and your knees in table position. Line up the wrists under the shoulders with the knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the chest forward, lift your chin and tailbone up. As you exhale, press away from the floor around the back, draw the ribs and belly in. We'll do this a couple of times. So inhale, bring the heart through the gates of the arms, stretching the front of the body. And exhale, rounding the back, drop the tailbone down, and pull the ribs and belly in. Inhale, bringing the chest forward, make sure the shoulder blades are moving toward the waist. And exhale, round the back, chin toward the chest. Inhale again, drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone up. Exhale, slowly tuck the tailbone round the back and let your head just hang down. Now come to neutral and lift your knees up off the floor if possible. So you're still on the tops of the feet. Use belly muscles to help. So as you press away from the floor with your legs, pull your ribs and belly in a lot like you just did in your cat pose. And then we'll release that. Now look to your right hip and shift your hip to the right. And then switch. Look to your left hip, shifting your hip to the left. And then again, look toward the right, shifting your hip to the right. And once again, look to the left as you shift your hips to the left. And come to neutral. Walk the hands in front of the shoulders. And then hips to the right. And then to the left. And then kind of make a little circle with the hips. Or if there's something else that would feel good in your body right here, you can move any way you like. Just kind of moving the spine, moving the hips. So I'm just making a little circle. And then I'm switching and circling in the other direction. Just whatever feels nice. And then we'll take it back into child's pose. Hips toward the heels. Extend the arms forward. Stretching out the spine. Keep the hands where they are. Come back up onto your knees. Shift forward about an inch and lower all the way down to the floor. Bring your hands by the low ribs. Inhale for cobra. Peel the chest up. Press all your toenails into the floor. Pull the hands toward the heels. Okay, couple breaths here. Tailbone's reaching to heels, pubic bone presses down gently. Make sure the belly stays lifted. And then we'll press up onto the knees. Lift those knees back up off the floor, pressing away from the floor. Little rounding in the back again. Draw the belly and ribs in and up to help support you. Then take the knees down, tuck the toes under, and lift up again, just the knees. And then slowly begin to stretch back into your down dog. And feel free to bend one knee and the other, bicycling the legs. Arms are shoulders distance apart, the feet are hips width. Line up your wrist creases with the front of your mat unless you have any wrist issues, and then try turning your fingertips to face the outsides of the mat. That sometimes helps. I'm going to move over into the hips a little bit in this down dog. Then bend both knees, stretch back, and reach the heels toward the floor. Arms and ears are in line. Again, draw in through the ribs and belly here. And looking forward, inhale, make your way into plank pose, top of a push-up. Continue to draw the tailbone toward the heels. Exhale, knees can be up or down. Lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale again, little cobra or a higher one, your choice. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Tailbone still reaches toward heels. Inner thighs spin up toward the ceiling. And then lower back down, tuck the toes, make your way to plank, knees up or down, and then lift the hips, come back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press firmly into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift away from the mat. That way you don't have quite as much pressure in your wrists. If the knees will straighten, be sure to firm the leg muscles. On the inhale, lift your right leg back and up from the inner thigh. Hips will stay level here. And then exhale, slowly bring it forward. Shoulders over wrist. Try and draw that knee right in toward the belly. And then step it up by the right hand. Left knee to the floor. Okay, your fingertips on the floor. If they don't reach, you can grab blocks and put your hands on blocks or anything else that you have handy. Pull the right hip back. Keep the back toes tucked under. Feels a little more stable to me. It feels a little more, I feel a little more stretch, but you can untuck them if you wish. Come on up and just kind of back out of the pose a little bit. And then re-sink in, interlacing your fingers just above your right knee, and then add the arms reaching up. Pull the right hip back. Stretch up through arrow straight arms, but spin the triceps forward. So palms will face each other, and then draw the shoulders gently away from the ears. Try and keep your front ribs drawing in and down. Then grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right. As you're leaning to the right, you can stay with that or take the right hand down to the floor or a block, maybe leaning in a little deeper. Be sure your right knee is staying in line with the ankle and right over the second toe. And then come back to center. We're going to walk the hands to the inside of the mat, bending your left knee and extending the right leg out to the right for gate pose. The right outer edge of the foot is parallel with the front of the mat. Reach the left arm in line with the ear. Stretch the left side of the body. If you have any knee issues, be sure to pad up your left knee. And then walking the fingertips toward the left knee, we'll walk them all the way around to the front. Rebend that right knee. And then step back, drawing the knee in, holding a moment, and then make your way to plank. Lower chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows, knees can be down. Inhaling up dog or cobra. If you're in up dog, thighs and knees are off the floor. Exhale, stretch all the way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. From the inner thigh, the outer left hip drops, so hips are still level. And as you exhale, draw your shoulders over your wrists and see if you can bring that knee in toward the belly, pressing away from the floor. Use those belly muscles. And then lightly step it up. If it doesn't make it, just pick it up, put it up by the left hand. Take the right knee down for your low lunge. Fingertips on the floor or on blocks. And again, play with tucking the back toes. I feel more stability, a bigger stretch, but see what you like. Breathing here, most importantly. It never matters how deeply we get into a posture, just that we're breathing and being present. That's what it's really about. And then come on up, back out of your pose for a moment, pulling the left hip back as you sink in again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms face each other, spin the triceps forward. Shoulder blades releasing toward the waist. Draw your lower ribs in and down, and then stretch up through your back ribs to lengthen the spine. Now grab your right wrist with your left hand, lean to the left, and stay there, or take the left hand to the floor, maybe going in just a little bit deeper. Again, stretching through the side body. And then back to center. So take that right foot to the outside of the left side of the mat and left leg straight. Take your left hand to the left leg, right arm up and over. In gate pose. The left foot is parallel with the front of the mat. So a hip opening and a side stretch. One more breath here. Let the shoulder blades release again. And then come back to center, fingertips to the floor. Walk them all the way around to the front. Rebend your left knee, tuck your back toes, draw that leg up for a moment, again knee toward belly, and then plank. Either go right to down dog or exhale chaturanga, then inhale upward facing dog, and exhale back downward facing dog. Feel free to push pause, take a break. You can always take a child's pose anytime you like. Wherever you are, breathing, that's most important. Just another breath here, pressing the weight up to the hips and reaching it down through the heels. And look up and step your feet forward or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, crown of the head's reaching down. And inhale, little bend in the knees, sweep the arms out, around and up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart, samastitihi, finding Tadasana at the front of your mat. So you go ahead and start in your Tadasana or mountain pose as I take off my jacket since it got a little warm. Feet are together or hips width. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Firm your legs. Tailbone's going to reach down. Widen the collarbones and keep your belly pulling in. Hands at heart center. Inner thighs spinning back. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up. Look up. And then exhale, bend your elbows like you're scraping them on the back wall. Bring them all the way down. Then again, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up. And exhale, palms facing front. Open up the chest, so chest expansion. Hands back to the heart. Once again, inhale, sweep your arms out, around and up. So like you're moving through water, face the palms to the front. Exhale, pull the arms down. This time, fold forward all the way into Uttanasana. Bend the knees as needed. Just bending the right knee and then the left knee. Then come halfway up, inhale, hands to shins or fingertips onto the floor. Exhale and step back into plank. Lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the backs of the knees lifted. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Thighs and knees up if you're an up dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Spreading the fingers wide. And try and turn your triceps out away from each other towards your feet. Those are your outer upper arms. And your inner upper arms, the biceps, try and spin those toward your ears, toward the front of the mat. Keep the low belly lifted. Look up. Bend the knees, hips high. Either step or hop your feet. Take an inhale to look up to lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels if the legs can straighten. Then inhale, sweep the arms up. Tailbone down, and exhale, bringing the hands to heart. Inhale again, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold, nice long spine. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. If you float back, land with your elbows bent, Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward dog or cobra, open the front of the body. Exhale, all the way back down dog. Couple breaths here. Keep pressing the weight up toward the hips and then stretch it down toward your heels. And look up, bend the knees, hips high, either step or hop the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold in, belly still pulled in. Inhale, press firmly through the feet, sweep the arms out, around and up, look up if it's all right with your neck. And exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale again, sweep the arms up, look up, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look up halfway, and exhale, step or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. As you inhale, coming into upward facing dog, and exhale, stretching back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, shoulders over wrists, pressing away from the floor, a little rounding of the back. Make sure to pull the belly and ribs in strongly. Step it up by the right hand. Stand the ball of your back foot. come on up into a high lunge crescent. So reach up tall, bend your back knee for just a moment. Drop your tailbone down, lift your hip bones up. Then see if you can keep that as you straighten through the back leg. Pull the right hip back and stretch up through arrow straight arms. Take just another breath here. Let the shoulder blades release. Make sure that right knee stays over the ankle. Now take your back foot flat, line up your front heel and back arch, and we'll open into Warrior Two. Be sure the right knee is still over the ankle and point it directly over your middle toes. Back inner thigh can lift. Arms are straight out, lift the chest. And drop the left arm, reverse your warrior, stretch out through the through the right side body. Inhale, come up, lean forward, right forearm to right thigh, and reach your left arm up and over. If you'd like to go deeper, you can take the right hand to the floor or a block. Now left arm, sweep it all the way around in a circle. Inhale, reach it in line with the ear. Exhale, big circle around. Inhale, stretch it forward. And exhale, circle it around. And then come on up, Warrior Two. Inhaling, exhale, windmill the arms down. Make your way into down dog. You can go straight back or go to chaturanga and lower. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling back into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. From the inner thigh, exhale, draw it forward, shoulders over wrist, press away from the floor, using your belly muscles to hold you a moment. And then looking forward, lightly step it up by the left foot, stand the ball of your back foot. Inhale, crescent, high lunge. So we'll bend the right knee a little bit, drop the tailbone down, lift the hip points up, draw in through the ribs and belly, and then straighten through the back leg. Reach up through arrow straight arms, pull the left hip back gently, and most importantly, breathe. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Now take the back foot flat, line up front heel and back arch, Warrior Two. Gaze over the left fingertips, lift the chest, but let your shoulder blades relax. Be sure that your left knee is over the ankle and pressing a little toward the pinky toe side of the left foot. Drop the right arm reverse, stretch out the left side of the body, bend into the left knee maybe a little bit deeper. Inhale back up, lean forward, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm up. Feel free to take the left hand to a block or to the floor to go deeper. And now reach the right arm forward in line with the ear. Take a breath in as you exhale. Sweep it all the way around in a circle. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, and bring it around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach the arm forward and circle it around. Then press to the front heel, Warrior Two. Inhale, come up. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Come to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, press up through the hands and feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lifting the right leg again. Exhale, shoulders over wrist, draw it in, pressing away from the floor. Step it up by the right foot, this time back foot flat. Inhale right into Warrior Two. And then drop the left arm reverse. Exhale, bend into the front knee a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the right hand in front of the belly, left arm in line with the left ear. So we're not touching the forearm to the thigh this time. And then do left hand to belly, right arm reaching up and over for reverse without touching the back leg. We'll do it again. Inhale, reach forward. Wrap the right arm around your belly, left arm in line with the ear. Exhale there, then inhale, reverse it. Left hand in front of the belly, right arm in line with ear. Keep the right knee bending. Inhale, lean forward once again. Right arm in front, left arm over. And then back into Warrior Two. Take the hands to the mat and come to plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Draw that knee in toward the belly. And then step it up. Right between the hands. Spin the back heel flat. Inhale, warrior two. So back inner thighs lifted. Gaze over the fingertips. And first one, we'll just do regular reverse. Right hand to the back leg. Left arm up and over. And then inhale, lean forward. Wrap your left arm around your waist and reach your right arm towards your right ear. Stretch it forward. And again, inhale. This time, right hand around the belly. Reach the left arm in line with the ear. Keep that front knee bent right over the ankle. Exhale. Reach up and over. So if you can lengthen out the breaths enough, this is a full exhale and then a full inhale to reverse. And then a full exhale to go the other way. Otherwise, you can coordinate your breath in shorter breaths, but make sure you're breathing. That's the most important part. More important than when is that you're doing it. Reverse. Right hand in front of belly, left arm in line with ear. Inhale forward, left hand in front of belly, right arm in right to the right ear. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Make your way to down dog any way you wish. Chaturanga or just go straight there. Inhaling upward dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. I'm going to lift the right leg, inhale. Exhale, bring it through for pigeon pose, Ekapada Kapotasana. If that bothers your knee at all, then bring your left leg forward. Take the right ankle just past the left knee for thread the needle instead, or another hip opener if that works better for you. Lengthen as you inhale and fold on your exhale, or you're on your back. Let everything just kind of sink right into this nice hip opener. See if you can find a lot of relaxation here. If you're in pigeon, ideally your hips are level. If your right hip's rolling down to the floor, prop it up with a blanket or a pillow. Come on up, lift that right leg back and up and down dog, and roll it around. So bend the knee a little bit. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale for pigeon. Inhale, lengthen, or come in to thread the needle on the second side. So again, ideally hips are level. If you're rolling onto that left hip, just prop it up with a pillow, block, or blanket. Come forward any amount. And then see if you can find some surrender here. Sometimes these stronger hip openings can be very, very challenging. They can bring up emotions. If you're finding that, just know you're not alone. Let's see if you can breathe right through it. Up, sweep that left leg back, stretch it out, and then we'll set it down. And look forward, coming through to seated onto your back. Line up your heels right under the knees, knees bent, and press up for a little bridge. Hold the sides of the mat with your hands and pull your arms away from each other to widen across your chest. Keep the chin away from the chest and spiral the thighs in toward each other. And then come on down and hug your knees into your chest and gently roll yourself back and forth, make little circles on the back, and then drop the knees off to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Feel free to cross your right knee on top of your left knee if you want to go in a little deeper. Inhale, hug the knees into center, and then exhale, drop them off to the right, looking left. Again, cross the left knee over the right if you wish. Coming back to center as you inhale, lengthen the tailbone away from the waist. Draw the shoulder blades down toward the waist as well. And relax. Let your feet flop open, arms by your sides, palms up. Once you get into your Savasana pose, let everything completely relax. Quiet mind and quiet body. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Enjoy your Savasana. And as you're lying here just a little bit longer, our quote comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. There is no beautifier of complexion or form or behavior like the wish to scatter joy and not pain around us. There is no beautifier of complexion or form or behavior like the wish to scatter joy and not pain around us. So enjoy scattering some joy today. Take a nice long stretch, rolling off to the right side. Pause a moment for gratitude for all of our blessings. And then, with your left hand, press yourself up to seated, crossing at the shins. Sit up nice and tall, hands together in front of the heart. Hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Sending out wonderful energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Please push the like button so if you do like it, and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join our nice community of yogis and leave me a comment. If you can afford to support us with a donation, there's a link below. Also visit us at fightmasteryoga.com, where we have a daily yoga class, just a different class every day you can join us in. And if you shop on Amazon at all, we have a link on our homepage. If you click and shop through that link, that's another way to help and support us. Most importantly, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.